Everyone says calisthenics can replace the gym, but is that actually true? Can you build muscle? Or is it all hype? I finally tested it, and some results were amazing while others were honestly disappointing. Here's exactly what happened. For 90 days, I dropped everything. No machines, no barbells, no dumbbells, just my body and the floor. And I had the same questions you're probably asking right now. Would I lose muscle? Would I actually look different after all this? And most importantly, would I ever go back to the gym? Some answers showed up in the first week. The biggest one didn't show up until much later. The first week was exactly what I expected. Awkward, frustrating, kind of embarrassing. I was used to walking into a gym, loading a bar, and feeling strong. Now I was outside doing push-ups like it was day one of high school PE. The movements felt weird. I kept reaching for weights that weren't there. And some basics like a proper pull-up felt way harder than they should have for someone who'd been training for years. I'll be honest, after week one, I was pretty confident I already knew how this experiment would end, but I was wrong. Every morning, I checked the mirror. Arms, chest, shoulders, waiting for things to start shrinking. Week 2, nothing obvious. By the end of the month, here's what I found. Some muscles stayed almost exactly the same. My chest and arms kept their shape better than I expected. But my legs were a different story. Bodyweight leg training is genuinely hard to get right. And for the first few weeks, my legs were definitely not getting the same stimulus they used to. So calisthenics can maintain and even build muscle, but not evenly. Some areas thrive, others struggle. But muscle wasn't actually the biggest surprise. I thought I knew what strength meant. Then I tried to hold an L-sit for 10 seconds and failed. Tried to slow down a push-up and lower myself in 5 full seconds. My arms were shaking by rep 3. That's when I realized I had been strong in very specific ways. The gym made me strong at gym exercises. Calisthenics was asking me to be strong at controlling my actual body. And those are two completely different things. Pulling strength improved fast. Pushing strength carried over well. But body control was built from scratch. And that led me to discover something the gym had been hiding from me for years. My left side and my right side were not equal. In the gym, the barbell hides this. Both hands are on the same bar. The stronger side quietly helps the weaker one. You never notice. Remove the bar and suddenly it's obvious. My left shoulder was weaker. My right hip was tighter. My balance on one leg was embarrassing. If you've been lifting for a while and never done serious bodyweight training, there's a good chance you have the same imbalances. Fixing those imbalances led to something I genuinely didn't expect. My joints stopped hurting. My shoulders had been clicking and aching for 2 years. 6 weeks into calisthenics, they went quiet. And then there's this one thing that's harder to measure. Working out became fun again. In the gym, I was chasing numbers. With calisthenics, I was chasing skills. A clean muscle up, a handstand hold. These felt like real progress, not just keeping up. But I'd be lying if I said there were no downsides. Legs are hard to train with just body weight. Pistol squats, jump squats, and lunges are good, but if you want serious leg size or strength, calisthenics alone is going to frustrate you. Progression is also slower and less obvious. In the gym, you add 5 pounds and you know you improved. With calisthenics, sometimes you just feel stuck for weeks before something clicks. And isolating specific muscles is genuinely difficult. If you want bigger biceps, bodyweight curl variations exist, but they're nowhere near as effective as a simple dumbbell curl. Calisthenics isn't magic. It has real limits. So after all of this, is it actually worth replacing the gym? Here's my honest answer. If you're a complete beginner, start with calisthenics. Learn to control your body before you load it with weights. The foundation you build will make everything else better. If you want maximum size and raw strength, the gym wins. It's just better at that specific job. If you're someone who's been training for years and feels beat up, stale, or stuck, try 30 days of calisthenics. It will find your weaknesses and fix your joints in ways the gym won't. And if you're somewhere in the middle, use both. They're not enemies, they're tools. But here's the real thing I took away from this experiment. And it was that my idea of fitness changed. I stopped asking which one is better. I started asking what each one is actually good for. That question will take your training further than any program ever will. If you've thought about replacing the gym with calisthenics, drop a comment. Tell me what you'd actually choose after hearing all this. And if you want to see what happens if you do pistol squats every day, that video is next. See you there.